10. Did someone say it's time for a top 10 list? What's up, guys? It is your boy Tommy, Tommy Toy Travels, and I'm doing a top 10 figure video. Why this early? Well, quarter 1 2017 is over. Quarter 2 is just starting, so I figured now's the perfect time to kick it off and do a top 10 list. No particular order, guys. Let's do this. So let's check it out.
Number 10 is Shinsuke Nakamura, as he's pronounced correctly. So here's the deal with this figure. I was cringing, hashtag cringe compilation, while watching my old review of this guy, because holy cow, could I not do the great, holy cacao, could I not do professional style well. It's just boring, it's just cringy. But yes, this is number 10, no particular order. Why? It's not a bad figure. It looks like him. It got the job done without being too bad. The only problems with it is it's in the defining moments line. I don't think he's had his defining moment yet. Other people might argue with me. That's fine. You know, nobody's perfect, as the great Hannah Montana once said. But I think this figure is quite good, and if you want a Shinsuke Nakamura, this is how you can get it, and it came out before he debuted on SmackDown, so perfect timing. The only issue I really had with it was its price, and that they didn't paint the soles of his shoe. And some people I know were a bit upset that they showed off a third jacket, a third piece of fabric he'd come with, but as you can see here, he didn't actually come with that, so people were a bit annoyed that it got cut off. So that's why this is a good figure. It's good, guys, it's good. And then up next, it is the man, not the place, Baron Corba, Elite 49. I think that this is a fantastic figure. I love how they went out of their way to actually sculpt some amazing stuff on those legs and gave him sculpted knees instead of doing knee pads there, which really adds a lot to the articulation. I love the look of his tattoos. I love the look of his attire, especially that jacket. It looks very cool, very nice, guys. This is a very nice figure release. This is, I know I'm listing it as number 9, but honestly, I think that in no particular order, I think this is a lot better than a number 9. Beatles reference, lol. The tattoos look great. The face looks just like him. I think very realistic realism I see in there, and I think that this is a really great figure. You know, it could have came with Andre the Giant sculpture, the Memorial Prize, but I guess they're saving that for the next big show release. 8 is Seth Rollins, Basic 71, I think. This is, I think, a really fantastic figure. It has his gray attire that he wears so often down, so it's a figure that alludes to a time when he wore this attire, unlike a figure that would allude to a certain event. This conforms to many different matches when he would have worn this on an episode of Raw or SmackDown, something like that. I think that this it perfectly captures Seth Rollins. The reason why I like this Basic a bit more than his Elites is because this doesn't have skinny leg syndrome issue, and it has paint detail. It just looks great. I think that this is a really good figure. People might skip this to get the SummerSlam Basic Seth Rollins, but for me, I saw pictures of that face. I'm not so sure about it, and of course, your boy being a freaking idiot, I forgot to actually pre-order any of those SummerSlam figures, so I'm not going to be reviewing them anytime soon. So this is going to hold me over, and hopefully it'll be enough for you guys too, because I think that this is a really fantastic figure of Seth Rollins. I think we're on 6 now, or 7. This is, of course, Jerry the King Lawler, Target Hall of Fame Series 3, 4. This is a fantastic figure. It's relatively a re-release of a previous, what is that, 2016, something like that, of Jerry Lawler, but this one has a much better face scan. It's younger Jerry Lawler than that. It has better paint on the legs. They're red. I think the other one was black or something, and even though the details on his little cape thing aren't as great, this is just one of those figures that really surprised me. I never expected it to be the best of this Hall of Fame set. I thought it would go to either Sting, which was fantastic, or Edge. Sting, actually almost made this list. You saw it in that opening video, but I personally feel that this Jerry Lawler is a better figure and a better release than that Sting. That Sting, though, is, in my opinion, the best Sting Elite we have other than the Ringside Collectibles exclusive. So you might hear me saying that this Jerry Lawler is one of the best 10, but that Sting is probably like 11, 12, 13, because there are a lot of great figures that have come out in quarter 1/quarter 2, and it's incredible, right? Because I remember past years where all these figures are just trash, but a lot of good things. So Jerry Lawler. Shut up! If you actually thought that this list would not include Shane McMahon, you can unsub from this channel because you obviously aren't watching my videos, my lady. I just tipped my fedora to you guys who watch my video, because this, if you watched the review that I filmed, I 100% said, you cannot deny that this is one of the best figure releases that Mattel have done in so long. And it's not just because the Shane figure looks really good and it pretty much perfectly captures his attire from WrestleMania, even though I did make a joke in a follow-up video that they missed out on the WrestleMania logo on his leg, and I said something like, this figure's literally trash, and people didn't get the joke and thought I was being real. People don't understand sarcasm. I always forget that because I'm a bumbling idiot. But yes, this comes with this amazing breakaway announcer's table plus the figure for the suggested retail price. That's incredible. I don't understand how Mattel was feasibly able to produce this with their budget. It's incredible, guys. The figure looks great, and I think that this is one that you should definitely pick up. You know, drop what you're doing, pre-order it, find it at the store, start camping out, whatever. You guys need this figure. Halfway there, next up, it is another Shane McMahon. This time it's the Battle Pack one, and remember, this is, again, no particular order, so I'm not saying that this is better than the Elite. It's just very different and still as solid. Even though I haven't taken them out of the box, I can just look at it and know that this is a good looking figure. It is suited General Manager Shane McMahon, but the reason why I love it so much and it's so dope swag is because those shoes, those just scream Shane McMahon doing his funny little dance thing as he enters, and this is really good. Do I know which one's better yet? No, because they do different roles, you know? General Manager Shane McMahon isn't the same thing as wrestler Shane McMahon, so there you go. Boom! Bazzazz! 4. Brutus the Barber Beefcake. This figure looks so cool, and I don't even know who this guy is. Apparently the face perfectly captures him based on what people said in the comments of the review. He has a lot of painted details. He has scissors that actually can move. They're articulated scissors, guys. And he has a cloth jacket. What more do you want from a figure? You don't even have to be a wrestling fan to realize that this is a cool looking figure of a man who looks crazy, horror-esque. This figure rocks. Yo, bottom 3, baby. Even though we're in no particular order, it's still cool. This is Enzo Amaura Elite Series 14-9. If you don't pick up this figure, y'all soft, y'all cup of haters, y'all bada bings, y'all how you doings, y'all a bunch of Carmelas, a bunch of swag. Okay, this figure's actually really quite amazing. It's another one of those figures that I don't understand how Mattel was able to produce it with their budget. There's so many paint details, so many tattoos, so many sculpted things. The jacket looks great, the pants look great, the hair looks incredible. I really found zero faults with it with my review, and I hope y'all pick it up. Bada boo. Realest dude figure to pick up for you. Now, toy collecting, that's escapism, right? We all want to escape from our regular lives, have something to take up our time. So why is it that it's so stressful sometimes to find these amazing figures? Shouldn't escapism be fun? Shouldn't it be non-stressful? Shouldn't it be stress relieving? Well, that's the thing about these figures. They were very easy for me to find, hopefully for you to find, and they were super fun. They brought me back to when I was a child with toys that had playability functions. They were fun, you know, just straight up fun. These Walmart exclusive Hasbro throwback Mattel WWE figures. Oh my gosh, I just said so many words. These were fun. They made Kevin Owens, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Roman Reigns, and then they also had a second wave that included Undertaker and Ultimate Warrior. Unfortunately, I can't find Undertaker, so the stress level is rising, but with these, you got good, clean fun. They could do wrestling moves, they could do fun things. The likeness wasn't perfect, but it didn't have to be. You know, this is just from an older time, an older, simpler time, as my dad always likes to talk about. And you know what? Times were never simple. What is so simple about the universe? What is so simple about rain, about wind? Nothing is simple. Math is not simple, baby. I'm getting deep in my top 10 Slam City and Rumblers. I don't know why that text came up, but I just want to say, cut. Number 1, baby, and you gotta be silly if you didn't think I'd have this Finn Balor on this list. Finn Balor, I still don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna say Finn Balor from here on out. Why is this figure so amazing? Well, I really disliked a lot of the previous Finn figures because I felt that Mattel was so close to perfection. And I know, you can never reach perfection, but they were so close to getting a figure that I'd felt would be satisfactory. But they kept botching it by giving him the wrong torso. They were giving him a CM Punk, not really ripped torso, but do you see Finn Bella? He is jacked, baby. He has like a 17 pack, and I was so angry that they kept missing out on that opportunity because they had the torso. Cody Rhodes, they used it all the time, but finally with this Toys R Us exclusive, they gave us the right torso, and this, in my opinion, is the best Finn Balor figure you can pick up and buy. Sure, unfortunately, I experienced, and a lot of people in the comments experienced, bent leg syndrome issue that happens when I assume, I've heard people whisper about it, the reason is when people at the manufacturing put the figures into the container, into the carbon freezing chamber, aka the packaging too quickly. The plastics is still a bit warm, so it adheres to the position that it is in the packaging, so it's a bummer, but that doesn't really take away from how amazing this figure is. Every problem I had with this figure, they fixed. The weird hair tone, they fixed. The torso, they fixed. The blue looks great. It's packed 1 per 1 per case. So every case of this is just shipped with Finn Bellas. So if you want a Finn and haven't been able to find it, this is the opportunity to get the best of the best, in my opinion. So thank you guys for watching this top 10 list, baby.
So that was my top 10 list. Do you think I was fair? Do you think I was unfair? Let me know your top 10 list in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button. And also, I know that there were a lot of figures that I talked about, but a lot of figures I didn't talk about, like this Walmart Then Now Forever. I felt that these two figures were extremely strong, and I really was upset that I wasn't able to include Warlord and Becky Lynch in my top 10 list, which is unfortunate because they are fantastic figures. Maybe they'll be in my next top 10 list. Maybe we won't have enough for 10 by end of quarter 2 and quarter 3 2017 best of list. But for now, that was my top 10. I hope you had a good time. I'll see you guys later.